Welcome to my channel. I'm Crepusculara and I'm going to be streaming Final Girl today, which as you can see is a board game. This box is called The Killer from Tomorrow, and it takes inspiration from the Terminator films. A lot of the Final Girl boxes are kind of based on different horror movies, a little bit of sci-fi. I think they have one that's kind of similar to Alien. But this one is based on the Terminator, which I haven't really seen those movies. What I gather from reading the rules of this game, it's pretty complex. There's a lot of components to this one. If you haven't played Final Girl before, I would not recommend starting with this box because it's pretty involved. But if you've played some of the other boxes and you're looking to kind of add more of a challenge, this is a good way to go. I do think this box is really fun. I've been trying to learn it the last couple of months, so this is my first time streaming a playthrough. Hopefully everything goes well. Hopefully I do it right. I have a tendency to kind of forget things because there's a lot going on. But I've been watching some other people who stream Final Girl or post recordings of their playthroughs, and they kind of do the same thing, so there's a lot going on, and it's all just for fun. So if we forget to do an action or a rule or something, no big deal, but we will do our best. So what I gather is that we're in a mall. This is the Sunny Days Mall. So our location board is here. There's a bunch of stores. There's like an upper level with some hallways, so you can go from store to store. There's escalators that go down to a lower level where the food court is. Bunch of people at the mall, very busy. It's a Saturday. So Final Girl is here. We also have a character called the Savior, which is this orange dude right here. So this is the first box that I've played with that incorporates what's called allies. Normally it's just the Final Girl and versus one or more killers, but this box actually has allies who can help the Final Girl and kind of team up against the killer. So we have the Savior, who seems like he's this kind of bratty teenager. And there is a robot, cyborg, I don't even know, after him, called the Mark 5. It says Mark V, but I think it's Mark 5, or like Roman numerals. So I'm gonna say Mark 5 to refer to the robot. He's gonna be represented by the red guy here. So the Mark 5 is after the Savior. I have knowledge of this. My job is to convince the Savior that, hey, this killer robot is after you. And he's like, psh, who are you? Screw you. I don't believe you. Get away from me, you creep. So we have to try to build trust with the Savior, get him to trust us, convince him to either help us team up against the robot or ideally escape. We want to rescue the Savior because he's the primary target of the Mark 5, and if the Savior dies, we lose the game. So we need to protect the Savior at all costs. Basically, we can defeat the Mark 5, and then the Final Girl will have the option to repair the Mark 5 and reprogram it to be an ally. So I don't know if you can have the Mark 5 and the Savior both be your allies at the same time. But either way, you can get the robot kind of on your side to attack for you, fight for you, because another killer robot's going to show up called the Mark 10, Mark X. And he's like the real deal. And then there's a bunch of innocent bystanders out here. So the killer, or in this case the hunter as he's known, the robot, his primary target is the Savior. He doesn't care about anything else. He doesn't care about killing victims, doesn't really care about the Final Girl, but if you get in his way enough, he will take care of that too. So I think we're going to jump into it, and we will see how it goes. I'll show you my other board here. Sorry for the glare. I have like overhead lights on in my office, which I never do. But it helps the camera's resolution as far as being able to see what's on the table here. Better lighting tends to look a little better. So that's also why I'm wearing a hat. Try to keep the light out of my eyes because it's really bright in here right now, which is not my usual vibe. So apologies for the glare, but I think we're coming through pretty clear. So I chose Kat to be my final girl. She only has 4 HP, but I like her perks. So we're gonna go with her. I'm gonna try to use markers to keep track of where I am in the process. So we're gonna start with our action phase, and these are my cards. Oh wait, let's do our event first. So I've already done my setup. This setup is called High Score. The Savior and another random victim are in the arcade in the mall, having a great time. So our starting event is called The Savior's Girl, and this is what it says. Hey Dreamboat, stop being such an asshole. See, I told you the kid is an asshole. He's like a little jerk. The victim closest to the Savior is now the Savior's Girl. While the Savior's Girl is in your space, you get 1 extra die when resolving build trust action cards. If the Savior's Girl dies, trust decreases twice and you increase 1 bloodlust. So that's bad. We don't want the Savior's girlfriend to die. So she's represented by the white meeple, so we're going to swap out this victim for the white one. So we've got our Savior and the girlfriend. So that's our starting event. So I want to keep them together. I want to be in the same room with them. She's going to help me build trust with the Savior because she's a woman and she has intuition and she knows I'm right. So, and her boyfriend's a jerk. So let's play some action cards. I got a new dice tray, by the way. Isn't it cute? Let's play some cards. This is what we have. I'm going to play Focus first because you always play Focus first. The horror level in this one starts at 5, which is like kind of high, all things considered. Okay, let's do this. So Focus, I did get 1 success. So horror level is going to go down by 1, and I lost 1 time. I'm going to play that again. Here, I'm going to move my dice over here so we can have everybody on the same screen. So we're going to do my other Focus. Okay. Literally can't do anything about that. So what that means is basically we lose 2 time. Nothing else happens. So that was great. Okay, well, I can walk. I'm going to try to get closer to the Savior and his girlfriend so I can start building trust. I don't want to lose too much time, though. God damn it. All right, well, we're going to discard Short Rest and Weak Attack because we don't need those yet. So discard those. Change partial success to success. So I get to move up to 1 space and lose 1 time. So losing time, I am going to move here, I guess, if I want to get closer to the Savior. So that's about all I can do. I do have another walk card, but I'm going to hold on to it because I don't want to lose too much time. So I'm going to end my action phase and go into my planning phase. So I only have 2 time to spend on cards. How much is Sprint? I think it's... Okay, it is 2. I wasn't sure if it was 2 or 3. I'm going to take a Sprint. I want to try to get to the kids. So that's it for time. So we're going to reset that, return our action cards down here. Okay. Brilliant. All right. So now we're going to go into the killer phase, which yeah, the Mark V is going to go after the Savior. Okay, so he's going to target the Savior. He's going to move. Let's take a look. He's going to move and then attack. So he only gets to move 1 space right now. He wants to get to the Savior. I think the quickest way is this way. So I'm going to move him there. And then I have to draw a terror card. So let's see what we get. Collateral damage. For each railing space containing at least one victim that the killer moves through, including its starting and ending spaces, push one victim over the railing. Okay, so there's a railing for the upper level of the mall, and you can jump over the railing. What hat is that? Hi, by the way. This is my Blackcraft hat. It says Blackcraft on it somewhere. I know it kind of looks like a band logo, but I have my lights on super bright so I can see all the board. So I put this on because it's really bright. So I'm shielding my eyes. But yeah, this is Blackcraft. It's super cute. They have one that's red too, but this one's purple. So so you can push victims over the railing and then they will die. So we're gonna move the hunter 2 spaces. So he's gonna go here and push that victim over the railing. And then he's gonna go there. So this victim fell, so that victim dies. I'm gonna put them in the dead pool. Dead. What's weird about this box that's different from other Final Girl boxes, the robot doesn't care about victims dying, so his bloodlust does not increase when victims die. Victims will panic if they're in the same space with the hunter if a victim was killed that round. But the bloodlust does not increase, so that's good. So I'm going to put that there. That basically ends our killer phase. So we're going to go in our panic phase. If a victim was killed, panic all victims in killer's space. I can't tell you how infrequently that actually happens. So basically skipping that, we're going to go in our upkeep phase. Nothing to really do there yet. It's still early in the game. So next action phase, my turn. I have a sprint and a walk. I guess we'll try my sprint first. See if we can make it to these kids before the hunter does. Okay. So I obviously don't have enough cards to discard, but we got 1 success. So I'm going to lose 1 time and move 2 spaces. So I'm here. I have a victim with me. I might as well take them. I'm going to take the victim with me, but leave them there because that's closer to the entrance. Ooh, I could save victims right now, though, too, because I have one more movement. Do I want to do that or go closer to the kids? What are my perks right now if I save a victim? I can bring the horror level down or gain time or move 2 spaces. That's very interesting. Here's what I'm going to do. This might be a little cheesy. I have 1 more movement. I'm going to move. 2 victims can follow you at a time, right? Hold on. There's too much going on over here. There's too many victims near the exit. Like, how I'm trying to figure out how many I can take. All right. You may take up to 2 victims with you when you're leaving a space containing 1 or more victims. Saving victims. If at any point you're on the green space, any victims that are in that space may be saved. Okay, so here's the deal. There's 3 victims in the space where I'm standing. I know it's really small, but if you can just picture. So with my 1 remaining movement, I'm going to take 2 victims with me as per the rules, and we're going to go into the service entrance space where there's already an existing victim there. So now I'm in an exit space with 3 victims. Technically, I can save all 3 victims. Even if passing through an exit space, any victims that are in that space may be saved whether you brought them with you or they were already there. And then we can take those perks. So, that's freaking amazing. Let's take a look at our perks. So we're taking 3 victims. I am going to move 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2. And then I'm going to take the other move 1 space. So I'm going to move into the arcade. Alright, and then I can't increase my health because I'm already at max. Guard card would be nice because the killer is very close. Extra time would be nice. Decreasing the horror level is like always a good idea. I think I'm going to decrease the horror level. So this is going to go from 4 to 3. Alright, so that's all my perks for saving victims. I still have a walk card, but I'm kind of where I want to be. So I think I'm just going to go to my planning phase and stock up on some stuff. I don't know why my camera keeps like blinking. I probably have something running in the background. Okay, it's still doing it anyway. Okay, so moving on to the planning phase. So I have 5 time to spend. Definitely want build trust. So that's worth 2. I'm gonna take my 0 cost action cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, good. I still have room in my hand. This is our discard. I have 3. Do I want to just take the other build trust? I kind of want to take the guard because he's coming. So I have 1 left. I'm going to take close call because that's all I can afford. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's good. We can fit 10 cards in our hand. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to rearrange my stuff here real quick. Focus. All right, weak attack and short rest we don't need yet, hopefully. It's a lot of cards, bro. Alright, we are well stocked. Can't see what I'm doing, though. There we go. Why is it flashing? Okay, so I'm out of time. I'm going to reset that, reset this. Killer phase. He's going to move 1 space towards the savior, and then he's going to attack. There's a victim in his spot, so we're going to kill that victim. Deadpool. Oops, I wasn't on here. So he moved from here to here. There was a victim here. We killed the victim. No bloodlust increase because he doesn't care. Let's draw a tarot card. My goodness. Ugh. Twisted Bond. During the upkeep phase, move the savior 1 space closer to the killer. Ignore this effect if the savior has left play. Well, obviously. Alright, I'm going to put that there. I am going to throw a couple health tokens on there just so I don't forget. The health tokens do not apply to the Mark 5. They're for the Mark X. So we're going to have to wait till he comes out to try to get rid of that. So that's fun. Okay, so that's our tarot card. Pretty much it. Don't need to panic because there's no victims. I don't have anything to upkeep, so going back to an action phase. I am in the space with the savior, so I am going to use my build trust card. This is our trust meter right now. It's at the bottom, which is go to hell. This means that the savior can't exit the board. He's not going to follow me. He doesn't give a crap, and he can't use any ally actions. Once he trusts me, he can do things like move. He can actually reduce the horror level, which is awesome, and he can recover health if he takes damage. So we're going to do build trust. Now, because the savior's girlfriend is in our space, I get an extra dice for this roll when resolving build trust action cards. So we're going to roll 3 dice and see what we get. That's fascinating. All right, 3 partial successes. I don't think I have that many cards to discard to change them. If I can at least, 2 successes would be great. Here's what I'll do. All right, I'm gonna discard. Where am I? Discard weak attack and short rest to change one, and then I'm gonna discard a focus and a walk, change the other. So we're at least getting this one. If I got all 3, we could increase trust by 2 and decrease the horror level, but we're gonna go by 1. So trust level is going up to from go to hell to eat me, so that's an improvement. Still can't exit the board. He can only use the bottom 2 ally actions. So I know you can't read this, but his bottom 2 actions are reduce damage from attack by 1 and recover health. So that's at least good. So that's that. I have other actions that I can use. I have focus. I think I'm gonna play that. Only get 2 dice for that one. All right, we got 1 success and 1 partial success. I think I'll take it. I'm going to lose 1 time and bring the horror level down by 1. It's good enough. Discard that. Okay. I think I'm gonna stay here and try to do build trust again while I have them both in the room. If I I hope the killer doesn't come in here and kill her, because that's probably what he's gonna try to do. But I think even if there's a victim in the space, he targets the savior no matter what, unless it like specifically says. I don't really know. We'll deal with that when we get there. I'm gonna go into my planning phase because I want to try build trust again on the next turn if nobody dies. I need to keep this stupid girl alive. But if she's a regular victim, I can have her follow me, I think. I can't have the savior follow me, but that's the thing. I don't want to split them up. All right. We'll see what happens. I'm going into my planning phase. So I have 5 time, which is good. I'm definitely getting another build trust, so that's 2. I kind of want sprint, which is also 2, and then close call, which is 1. So that's it. So these can go in my hand, and then these can go back to the board. Okay, bro. Killer phase. Killer is going to move 1 space towards the savior, so he's in here now. He's going to attack the savior. I can have the savior do actions now, so I am going to have him reduce the attack by 1, so that gets moved right there, that marker, to indicate that we've used that action this turn. So he's not taking any damage, which is great. That means the bloodlust is not going up. A little nervous because we still have a terror card to draw, so we will see what happens there. Impersonate mode, activate, make a horror roll. Okay. Alright, so here's what we got. So if we had gotten 2 stars, we'd get reduce the horror level, but I got 1 star, so I have to move 1 space closer to the hunter. We're in the same space. Victims will not follow. Okay, fine. And then this says the hunter is attacking. I'm pretty sure if me and the ally are in the same space, I can have it, I can choose which one to have it attack. When you and an ally are in the same space and one is being attacked, you can freely choose who in that space will receive the attack. Allies are not considered victims for targeting, so unless specified otherwise, they are typically only targeted if the enemy is resolving final girl as its target and an ally is the closest. If there are also victims in the space, the victims are targeted first unless the ally was specifically targeted. So specifically targeting ally or final girl. So I'm going to have him attack me, and that's for 1 damage, and I'm going to use my guard card. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to discard my 2 close calls and make this a success. So we reduced... Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Pause, rewind. If I fail, it still reduces damage by 1. Nothing bad happens. So I don't need to do that. We don't need to do that. Discard. Nobody's taking damage. Yay. Okay. But now we're all in the same space together, so I don't really know what's gonna happen. Shit. Wait, no, it's okay. Panic phase. As if a victim was killed this turn, panic. Nobody was killed. Nobody's panicking. Everyone's just looking around like you guys are hitting each other, but nobody's actually getting hurt. What is going on? Okay, so I'm not gonna do anything else there. Upkeep phase, nothing to upkeep. We're going back to the action phase. Whoa. So, we're going to do build trust, obviously. I get an extra dice because girlfriend is like, she gets it. She's with it. And then we're going to get the fudge out of here. Woo! Look at that. All stars. So 3 stars, we increase trust by 2. Trust meter is at the top. I believe you. And the horror level goes down by 1. Which is amazing. That means I get to keep my 3rd dice for now. Okay, brilliant. That was good. Thank you, Build Trust. We are good with that. Now, let's fucking go, man. So now the Savior can exit the board. He can use all ally actions. I don't really need the girlfriend anymore, but I don't want to lose trust. So I'm going to sprint. We're going to get the fudge out of here. Now, the Savior won't follow me. He has his own movement actions that I can have him use at this point, which I will probably do very soon. So I'm going to roll on my sprint. If I get nothing, though, I have to end my turn. All right, so before I do that, I'm going to use some actions from our guy here. Oh, I forgot. During the upkeep phase, you have to move this over. I forgot to do that. See? I'm always forgetting shit. So he can do all actions now. I don't even have enough cubes for this. Alright, I'm going to have him move 1 space. Savior, you're going to go out here. I'm going to have him move his other space to go here. We're going to get him closer to the exit. And then I'm going to have him also reduce the horror level. Because that's just going to be useful. Okay, great. So he moved. Now I'm going to sprint and see if I can take the girlfriend with me because I'm still considering her a normal victim at this point. So let's sprint. I also have walk. Maybe should I use walk first just in case? Ooh, I hate this. I would love to get 3 spaces though. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's okay. Yes, that's good. I have 1 star. I'm going to discard my close calls. to make it 2 stars. So I get to move up to 3 spaces and we're losing 1 time, which I forgot to reset my time. So we're losing 1 time, okay? And I'm moving 3 spaces and I'm taking the girlfriend with me. So 1, 2, 3. I can also take this victim with me. If the Savior's Girl leaves play, discard this card. So I think you can still rescue her. If she dies, you decrease the trust, but I don't see why you can't rescue her. The benefit of keeping her is to help with building the trust level. We're already at the top. Trust can decrease again, but I'm going to hope that doesn't happen. So I'm going to save her and this other random victim that we picked up along the way. That's crazy. Discarding that. So, Savior's Girlfriend, get the fuck out of here. I guess we will use her to take a guard card. Put that in my hand. And then the other random victim that we're saving, I'm going to increase my time by 2 because I don't need the health right now. This is amazing. If I save all of the victims, I get bonuses. Alright. I'm too busy saving victims. I need to damage this stupid robot. Okay. Remind me when we get to the upkeep phase to do his actions. I'm going to put one of the other cubes next to it so I don't forget, because we don't need those until later. It's insane. Okay. That was my action phase. That felt like a lot. All right, I'm going into my planning phase, right? Do I want to do anything else? I have a walk. I do want to try to get to a searchable space so I can get some weapons. So I think I am going to use my walk. The other thing that's nice about that is if I get into the same space with the Savior, I can have the Hunter attack me instead of the Savior. So I'd like to stay close to him. So I am going to play my walk. And hopefully it goes well. Okay. I was going to say, we've been pretty lucky with our rolls. And I didn't want that to... Oh my god, you know what I haven't been doing is drawing a Savior card. I'm supposed to do that during the upkeep phase. I was going to say, this feels like it's been too easy. That's okay. I will start doing that this round. Holy cow. Is that right? Let me see. Yeah, draw a Savior card during the upkeep phase, and then you're supposed to resolve it based on the current trust level. Blech. I might try to retroactively apply things if it makes sense to do that. Okay. I'm really curious. I want to look. Okay. Anyway, I lose 1 time. I get to move up to 2 spaces. I'm going to go... I do want to go in the searchable space, so I am going to do that. I'm not in the same space with the Savior anymore, but okay. So I'm going to end my action phase. I need to go in my planning phase. I have 5 time. Take my 0 cost action cards. I don't really need build trust anymore. I need something. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh, I have 6 time. Why do I have 6 time? Walking reduces time. I think I did something to earn time though, didn't I? Sprint reduces time. Have I not been reducing my time? I'm so confused. Oh, I gained 2 time when I saved the victims. Phew! Okay. I'm like, this math isn't mathing. I have 6 time. I think I want to take the critical blow. Although I kind of want retaliate. The killer's close, but he's still going to target the Savior before he targets me. I should have stayed in the same spot. That's okay. Yeah, I'm going to take critical blow. It's pretty rare that I have 6 time, So I'm just going to do that and we will deal with it. I still have a guard card, so that's good. Focus. Okay. Oh my god, I'm freaking out. Return my cards. Okay. Killer phase. Oh, we can get rid of the Savior's girlfriend because she's out. Okay, so the killer is moving one space towards the Savior. Now we're going to draw a tarot card. If there are no victims on the board, we definitely still have victims. So the hunter is actually targeting a victim, which is interesting, and then moving towards it by 2. Where is the closest victim? The hunter does not jump over the railing, so we don't have to worry about that. 1, 2, or 1, 2. Actually, this one's technically closer because he's 1, 2, 3 away. If you go this way, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have him go that way. So he's moving 1, 2. For each victim in the hunter space, lose time and increase the horror level. There aren't victims there. So, okay, that's good. So he's just going around asking victims if they've seen the Savior. He's looking for him. Okay, interesting. So, panic phase, nobody was killed, we're not panicking. Upkeep phase. So, I am going to shift all my little cubies, because that's part of the upkeep phase that I haven't been doing. And then also, so with the Savior cards, here's the thing. I didn't draw these the first couple rounds, so I have to decide if I want to, like, retroactively do that. He was on Eat Me for a while. He was on Go to Hell the first turn. So I guess that's probably fair to increase my horror level by 2. And then let me see what the next one says, because I'm just going to resolve these now because I forgot to do it earlier. He was on Eat Me, so I'm going to move the Savior 2 spaces away from you. I'm obviously not going to move him towards the robot. I'll just do this. And then he's been at I Believe You from a while. Move the Savior up to 2 spaces away from the killer. He's pretty much already far from him, so I'm going to put him there. And I think that's it. I don't know how many turns it's been, but it's been at least 3. So I think I'm going to leave it there, and we will remember to do the Savior cards next upkeep phase. All right. Let's go back to our action phase. So I did not buy a search card. I'm in the search space. I kind of don't want to do anything. I think I'll use my focus cards, though, since I lost that with the Savior card I drew. Alright, so that's 1. So we're going to decrease the horror level by 1 and lose 1 time. Totally fine with that result. Save my other one. I don't really want to do anything else. I want to stay in this space because I want to search. So I'm just going to stay there. Probably end my action phase so we can buy some cards. Can't really do any actions with the kid because all he can do is reduce damage and recover health, and he doesn't need to do either of those things right now. And his other actions are in cooldown. So I'm gonna go into my planning phase. Boop. Let's see what we want to buy. I have 5 time. Oh, I want to search. So that's 2. Then I get 3. I think I'm going to take improvise. All right, bro. So we have those. Planning phase, reset, reset, reset. Oh, was this here? I can take this back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Reset, killer phase. So the killer, the hunter, bloodlust still hasn't increased, which is weirding me out. Hunter's going to move 1 space towards the savior. I think the fastest route is this way. Let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Oh, the escalator counts as its own space. I don't think I've... Does it? Is that what that means? I don't think so. That's not how I've been playing anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's definitely closer to go this way. So he's just moving 1 space towards the savior, so we're gonna go that way. And then we're gonna draw a tarot card. It hits like a freight train, so if either you or the savior were attacked in a store. Oh no. So I don't know if he's attacking me or the savior in this instance, but he's only moving 1. It doesn't matter. He's not going to reach us anyway. Alright. That's fine. Panic phase. Nobody needs to panic. Upkeep phase. Cool down the cubies. And draw a savior card. Alright. Because he's in I Believe You, we get the gain 2 time. So I'm doing that. Great. I need to save another victim. Alright, let's go back to our action phase. And I am going to search. Actually, I'm going to use improvise, and then I'm going to search. Where am I? I'm in the Zap Shack. So that's our top item. So we're going to do improvise. Alright, I'm going to discard something. Short rest, and I want to keep weak attack for right now. Short rest and walk I will discard to make this a star. So 2 stars, search. I don't lose 1 time, so let me do that. Take the top 2 item cards at your space and choose 1. Place the other on top, face up, or underneath, face down. So we get to look at them. Oh yes, boomstick. I love the boomstick. I think I'm gonna take that. I need to attack the other one. Take 4 time worth of action cards, or if you're searching, you can look at the top 2 cards and take 1. Well, that's interesting. I think I'm just gonna take the boomstick though. I'm gonna just play offensively right now. But I'll leave this on top, I guess. Okay. So now we have the boomstick. One-handed weapon. Okay. That's gonna go in my hand. So that's good. Oh, wait. I played that horror roll like it was for my search card. It was supposed to be for my improvise card. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna use it for my search card then. I did not mean to do that. That's weird. I would have had all 3s and 4s for the rest of this action phase. That kind of sucks. Because I could do that and then redo my search, but although all 3s and 4s. Oh, this is so confusing. Yeah, let me... Depends on what I roll. I have enough cards that I could discard, but if I get all 1s and 2s, I'm screwed. I really want that boomstick. 3s and 4s are successes. Let's see what I would have got. Yeah, I would have been fine. So I still would have got the same result for search. All right, so I'm keeping my improvise. So all 3s and 4s are successes. So now I'm going to, I guess, walk and then see if I can attack this asshole. All right, all 3s and 4s are successes. Let's walk. Losing 2 time. Move up to 2 spaces. I really only need to move 1 because I'm going here. All right. I am going to do weak attack. Please. Ooh, nice. Okay, we got 2 stars. So I'm dealing 1 damage, but I have the boomstick, so we're adding a second damage. So dealing 2 damage, which is ideal because you need to deal 2 damage to destroy one of his components. So here's the component. We'll deal with that in a minute. So I'm still in my action phase. I still have time left. I am going to play Critical Blow while I'm still here in his spot. Let me remember to increase the Bloodlust because he did take damage. If you... Here's the thing. When you attack someone in one of these spaces, they get blown off the railing. So let me think about this for a second, because I haven't really had this happen before. If an enemy is blown off of a railing space, like, do I have to? +1 damage. If there's a 1 in the final horror roll result, discard the boomstick. I think I have to. Whenever anyone takes damage in a railing space, they're knocked over the railing and into the adjacent food court space below, receiving 1 damage in addition to any, or 1 remove health in addition to any other damage they receive. Okay, so I guess he falls over the railing. He doesn't have health, so I can't remove his health, but if an effect causes enemies or victims to move from a railing space to a food court space, they receive 1 loss health. This says if there's a 1 in the final horror roll result, discard the boomstick. What horror roll? You're supposed to do a horror roll when you jump over the railing, but if someone falls over the railing, it doesn't say that you're supposed to do anything, so I don't understand that. Or through a store wall, +1 damage. Ugh. I don't understand this. I'm gonna have to read this later. I think the rolling is about stores. I think when you get attacked in a store, you roll a dice, and that tells you which wall you go through. It doesn't say. Whenever anyone takes damage in a store, they'll be knocked through an eligible wall of your choice. You get to choose the wall. So what are we rolling? I don't know. I don't understand that at all. Whatever. I shot him. I did the damage. He went off the railing space. Because I guess you have to do that. I'd rather not, but... Attacking with a ranged weapon. Whenever anyone takes damage in a railing space, they're knocked over the railing and lose 1 health in addition to any other damage they receive. This says if the enemy is blown off a railing space, do 1 additional damage. There's a 1 in the final horror roll result. Discard the boomstick. I don't know what that means. Whatever. I'm going to ignore that for now because it doesn't make sense. And that's going to be the end of that attack. I don't want to spend more time on that. I guess if you roll a 1 while you're attacking with the boomstick, you have to discard it. I'll pay attention to that next time. I'm going to do critical blow. No, I'm not, because he's not in the same space as me anymore. That's why I didn't want to push him over the railing, but it sounds like I don't have a choice. And I can't jump over the railing because I don't have a movement card. While moving, you can choose to jump. So, whatever. I can't do anything else. That's really stupid. So, our component, our 1 component that we got, because it's not letting me attack him again, we basically have to panic that component to figure out where it lands. So, I'm rolling a 5. That's going in the Zap Shack. We're staying here. Great. I'm still in my action phase. There's not much else for me to do right now. That's really annoying. I'm gonna go in my planning phase, I guess. Okay. I have 5 time. Take my focus because that costs 0. I might as well take the other search because I have to go in the store anyway. So now I have 3. Let's do a sprint and close call. Alright. That's it for my planning phase. I didn't have the Savior do any actions, but it's fine. Killer phase. So he's going to target the Savior and move 1 space closer. So we're ignoring that victim. But now he's in this space. He's attacking. So he's going to kill that victim, I guess. I don't really understand the point of that. So we move the killer from here to here. Kill the victim. We're going to do a terror card, I suppose. This feels wrong. Come on, man. Ugh. Titanium shields. This is like, I literally ran out of health tokens last time I did this because if the Mark X arrives, he would have 21 health. And I do not have that many health tokens. Alright. Great. Killer phase, panic phase, upkeep phase. So for my upkeep phase, actions cool down. We're drawing a Savior card. Hopefully it's something good. I believe you. So we're going to take the top card from any item deck. What do we have? There's a grenade. Discard during the action phase and spend 2 time to deal 2 damage to an enemy in an adjacent space or add a destroyed wall token. The leather jacket. When resolving build trust, you may recall any of your dice once or re-roll any of your dice. Discard the leather jacket to ignore up to 2 damage. That's nice. I think I'm going to take the grenade because that's just my style right now. So that's going to go in my other hand. Discard during the action phase. Spend 2 time to deal 2 damage to an enemy in an adjacent space. I will probably use that at some point in my life. Okay. Great. That's going to end my upkeep phase. We're going back to the action phase. Now. Once the Savior exits the board, do you stop drawing Savior cards? I feel like the Savior cards are good right now because since he's in I Believe You, for his trust status. They're all pretty good results. So I'm not going to have him move, but I am going to have him use his top action of decreasing the horror level. Because why not? I need to go into the store and get the component. I also need to attack the killer again. If I jump over the railing, I can be in an adjacent space and use the grenade. But I don't want to do that just yet. Do I have a walk? I do not have a walk. I have sprint and search. And I don't really want to... I don't want to waste my sprint, if that makes sense. Maybe I'll just go after the robot and sprint, jump over the railing, try to get to him, use critical blow with the boomstick and or use the grenade. Okay. I think I'm going to do that. Okay. What am I doing? I don't even remember what I said. Sprint. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to discard my 2 focus cards. Did I not reset the tableau? I have so many cards in my discard pile right now. Shoot. This is like, I need a spotter. Because I'm always forgetting things. Okay. So I discard my 2 focus cards. So we're going to get 2 success on the sprint. I'm moving up to 3 spaces. Did I not reset my time either? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Alright, I'm losing 1 time, moving up to 3 spaces. So, 1, 2. The grenade, it looks like you have to use it from an adjacent space. Which is weird. So I can't use it if I'm in the same space with the enemy. Alright, whatever. I guess I'll stay here. Up to 2 spaces. But if I'm doing that, I don't need the double success. So we're gonna scratch that. So 1 success. Move up to 2 spaces, and moving 1 space, I lost 1 time. Okay. I need to roll a dice to see if I took damage from jumping over the railing. I think you can still discard. No, probably not. The result is a 1 to 4. Let's read. I think it's not a horror roll, so I'm just gonna go, it's like panicking, right? So I rolled a 4, so I have to take a damage. It's fine. There's my heart going away. So also because I took damage, oh god, the bloodlust has to go up. Hold on. Can we do this later, please? The Mark V moves 1 additional space for each boot. When the Mark V moves at least 1 space, it may move an additional space. Okay. Anyway, I'm still in my action phase. So I'm going to use a grenade. We're going to spend 2 time, so we're down to 3. Discard this, deal 2 damage to an enemy in an adjacent space. So we're going to deal 2 damage to the robot, which means he's losing one of his cybernetic parts. I don't have any other movement cards. 5, so that's going to go over there. Okay. Remove the savior. I think he's okay where he is. I do want to get him to the exit eventually. I probably should start doing that. Alright, I'm not going to do anything else for my action phase. For the kid, I'm going to have him move out here and also move up here. Okay, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go my planning phase. Oh god. This feels so messed up. Okay. I have a lot of cards, but I only have 3 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so I don't need to take all of these. What else would I want? Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna discard a focus to gain 1 time. Ooh, I could take long rest. I only have 1 health though, so it doesn't matter. Now I have 4. I'm gonna take retaliate. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can fit 4 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna take all of these. So many cards. My hand is full. Alright, these can go back. Sprint. Planning phase, reset time. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Wow. I think that's everything for now. I haven't picked up any of these parts yet. Okay. I would like to save another victim on my next turn. Killer phase. Resolve the killer action. So he's going to move. His movement speed is still 1, but because he has this ability, he moves an additional space for each boot. So he's going to move 2 towards the savior. So 1, 2. Attack. No one to attack. Let's draw a tarot card. We're running out. Eliminate all obstacles. This just says he's going to target the final girl or a victim and attack. There's nobody in his space. He's not moving, so there's nobody to attack. Kills 1 victim in each adjacent space. Alright, I guess he's killing this dude. Increase bloodlust for each victim killed. That's going up, which means the horror level goes up. And then he's going to move towards the savior. So he's in the same spot as the savior now. Not good. And I use the savior's movement on the last turn. Alright, I'm going into the panic phase. So this victim can go in the dead pool, I guess. We're not saving him. Oh! Okay. This is bad. No panicking. Moving to the upkeep phase. Cooldown actions. We're drawing a savior card. Oh, nice. Oh, wait. It says discard and draw a new savior card if the savior is not in your space or adjacent to your space. I mean, he's in a railing space, but I don't think those count as adjacent spaces. If it did, I would recover 1 health, which would have been awesome, but we're going to discard that and draw the next one because that's a little ambiguous. The savior is not in your space, discard. I'm not considering it an adjacent space. I don't know, maybe some people do. Move the savior up to 1 space in any direction. Okay, I will take that. Let's move him 1 space closer to the exit. Thank you. What happens when you run out of savior cards? Okay, that's good. Upkeep phase. I think that's it for that. I'm going to go into my action phase. I have a lot of stuff I want to do. I want to save another victim. So what do I have for movement cards? I have a walk, search, focus, guard, retaliate, critical blow, close call, walk, short rest. Okay. I'm going to walk and see if I can save these 2 victims after I sneeze. Nice. Okay. Walk. We're doing 1 walk. Perfect. So I lose 1 time and I get to move up to 2 spaces. So me and this victim are going to go here, that's 1, and then we're going here, that's 2. 1 walk. Let's walk again. Let's see if we can make it to the exit. The fuck? You know what? It's fine. I only need to move 1 space. So we're going to lose another time. Going to the exit space with 2 victims. So here's what's going to happen. Go to my final girl. So I'm going to plug this victim into this space, which means I get to gain 2 health, but I'm 1 away from my max. You can't go above your max. So there we go. So now we've saved all victims, which means I get to flip her over. Now, whenever you inflict damage to an enemy with a gun, do an additional 2 damage. I am here for it. Look at all my saved victims. All right, for each additional victim saved, which I do have another one on my space, we're going to increase our time by 1. So that's going back up to 5. Perfect. Love it. Great. Still in my action phase. So now I don't really have much else I can do. I don't have any movement cards. I need to get closer to the Mark 5. I also need to pick up these damn components. I need to get some movement cards. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait till our next phase to do that. So I'm just gonna move into my planning phase. I have so many cards though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 5 time and I've already got 8 cards. I guess I can pick up 2 then, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I guess I'll take Furious Strike. And Close Call. Does that make sense? Is it better to take like Planning? No, I need to move. I need movement cards. I'm going to take, I have 5. I'm going to take 2 sprint and a close call. No, I can't. Let me discard something because I have too many damn cards. I'm going to discard my focus, my sprints, and my close call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, brilliant. So we're going to reset these. Reset my time. That was the planning phase. We're going into the killer phase. I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So sorry about that. I had to take a phone call while I was on my break, so... But I'm back, and I'm out of breath. But thank you for being here, tuning in. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's night's going well. Lovely weather out there today. Not gonna last, though, from the looks of it. Alright, we just finished our planning phase. I'm going into the next killer phase. So, our guy here still only gets 1 movement space, but he's got a bonus because of the dark power. So he's going to move towards our victim, or our savior, and attack. So my savior does still have a reduced damage from attack by 1, so we're going to use that. But he's still taking 1 damage because we're dealing 2. So that's that. I need to get over there. That's that. We're gonna draw a terror card. Hopefully it's nothing terrible. If he kills the savior, that's it. Move or be eliminated. He's targeting the savior or the final girl. I don't really know. Moving, killing victims. Can we like talk about this? Can we get clarity here? I think he's still, if he's targeting the final girl, he's targeting the final girl. If he's targeting a victim, he has to go after the savior. Is that how that works? I don't understand this box. No, savior is the killer's primary target. When an enemy would target you, it instead targets the savior. Alright, so he's targeting the savior, moving towards the savior, already in his spot. Doesn't matter. Kill 1 victim in each space he passes through. He's not passing through any spaces, so no. Increase bloodlust for each victim killed. No. Done. Panic phase does not apply. Upkeep phase, we're going to cool down our low actions. This one can move over 1. That's it for now. Let's go back to our action phase. This is crazy. We're like not even halfway done yet. Action phase. I need to fucking move. Sprint cards. What else we got? Close call. Problem with sprint is I can end my turn. Alright, let's do some running. Still have 3 dice though, so that's good. Do I want to discard? Get to move up to 2 spaces. That's not bad. Where do I even want to go here? I think it's faster at this point if I go up the escalator, right? And I can search the sports store, which has the leather jacket, which isn't terrible. So maybe I'll do that. Give me... Alright, I'm going to keep that as is. So we're going to do 1 sprint. I'm losing 1 time. And I'm moving 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2. Okay. I need 2 more to get to the sporting goods store. Search. Make my way to the killer. Attack. So I'm going to play another sprint. Okay. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to 1, 2, lose 1 time. Okay. That's resolved. I didn't need my close calls. So now we're in the search spot. I'm going to use my search, which I still have my close calls, so that's good. So we're going to search. There's a victim in there too. Fuck you! Alright, I'm using 1 close call to re-roll all dice for 2. Ooh! Nice. Okay. I think I'm fine with taking the top item. There might be another boomstick in there though. Do I want to discard 2 cards? Not really. I could. But I think I'll save them. Am I out of walking? I can't walk anymore. Oh, what have I done? He's in the same space with the savior. I don't know. I think this is going to end well. Okay. I should have just gone over there. Alright. Whatever. Give me the leather jacket. I'll deal with the rest later. Fuck. I have guard and retaliate too. I should have gone in there. This is probably gonna be it, you guys. Okay, well, we're going into planning phase. I have 2 time. I need my walk cards back. I gotta move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it. Alright, I'm just gonna take my 0 cost. That 2 time can just be wasted. I don't care at this point. I think this game is gonna end very soon. Alright, killer phase. We're fucked. I should have had the savior recover a health during my action phase. I'm gonna like retroactively do that because he's gonna die anyway. Okay, and I hadn't started my killer phase yet. So resolve killer action. He's going to attack the savior, who does 2 damage. So he's gonna lose 2 health, which means bloodlust goes up. This sucks because I have Cat fully like souped up. So I would be able to kill him in a heartbeat. But I'm just not close enough. Alright, tarot card. Please don't be anything ridiculous. Oh, come on, come on, come on. If the Mark 5 is the active killer, it immediately shuts down. Increase bloodlust to the top of the track. Does that mean I have to resolve all of those effects? Place any remaining cybernetic parts in its space. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 on the bloodlust. Okay, we're gonna take the dark power that goes underneath the ally card, so that robot has been disabled. We have a new robot. Leave any minor dark powers of the Mark X will inherit them. If the Mark X is not on the board, discard the remaining countdown tokens. Come on! Draw a new setup and place the Mark X in the killer space. Well, at least he won't be in the same space as the dude. He's down here now. Okay, Brill. Discard any remaining tarot cards and reveal the finale. So this is where shit gets real. Mark X is here. We're all gonna die. I don't know what's better or worse. But now I don't have to worry about dealing damage to the friggin' Mark 5 anymore. Alright, so we're revealing the finale. This is not going to be good. Fuck you. Relentless Pursuit. So every killer phase now what's going to happen is the Mark X is going to gain health, target the savior or final girl, move towards them and kill them. Bloodlust to the top. It's already there, so thanks for that. When you increase the bloodlust, nothing happens. Sometimes there's something here, so I'm glad that they did that. So it just stays at the top. I need to give him his 85 health tokens. I don't have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. I have to get those first anyway, so I'll just move those down there. And make sure that we have 15. I will probably forget, but it's okay. Alright, so technically that's the end of our killer phase. We're gonna go in our panic phase. I don't know. Nobody's panicking. Upkeep phase. Cool down. Cool down. Damn, bro. I need to go. All right. Okay, let's go back to my action phase. So, I'm going to walk. No, I'm not. I'm going to focus. Down to 2 dice now. All right, here's what we're going to do. Focus. Come on. Alright, I'm going to use my close call to re-roll that because no. You got to give me something. Anything. Okay, at least 1 success. Great, I will take it. So I'm losing 2 time for the re-roll, 1 time for the focus. Horror level goes down by 1. Okay, I'm going to roll my other focus. I'm going to be out of time, but it's fine. Anything I can discard. I need to keep my walks. I'm not losing my walks. Let me discard short rest. And maybe weak attack. Like, I have critical blow, so I don't really need it. Alright. So that's going to be 1 success on the focus. The horror level goes down by 1 and I lose another time. I have to be really careful with time because if I run out of time, I have to end my turn. So I'm going to walk, or try to. Nice, 2 success on the walk. So we're losing 1 time and moving 2 spaces. I'm going to take this victim with me because why not? All right, I have 1 more walk. Let's see what we can do before we run out of time. Okay, 1 success. I don't want to discard anything, so I'm going to move, and we're going to lose a time. So I have 0 time, but I'm not technically out, but there's nothing else I can do. But I can't buy any more action cards, so this is going to be really fucking interesting. All right, I have to end my action phase. We're going to go in my planning phase. I literally can't do anything. So we're going to reset 0 cost action cards, which is basically what all I just used, and then that's going to go there. I don't like it. Killer phase. So the active killer now is the mark X. So he's going to do his deal. He regains health. He already has 85 health. He's going to go towards the savior, and he's going to move. His movement speed now is 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and then he would attack, but there's no one in his space. Okay, we have another chance here. I don't know if I drew a savior card in the last upkeep phase. I feel like I didn't, but it's fine. Panic phase. I'm not panicking. Upkeep phase. Alright, so we're cool down on that. Draw a savior card. Move the savior up to 2 spaces away from the killer. Down. I'm going to put him in the service entrance because we can rescue him. Okay, so I'm going to leave him there. I still think I'm missing a savior card, but I'm not going to do anything about it. It's okay. Upkeep phase, we did our cooldown, blah, blah, blah. So we're going into the next action phase. This is kind of crazy. So I don't have any action cards that I can use right now. The savior, he doesn't really need to do anything. I don't want him to move because he's in the service entrance. I am going to have him recover health just in case he gets hunted. I don't have enough health tokens for this. So he's going to get 1 extra health. Oh, he also has a thing for reducing the horror level, so we're obviously doing that. Duh. I should just keep him around for that. Okay. Good. That's it for the action phase, I think. I'm going in my planning phase. I have 6 time. Definitely want my walk cards. I think I'm gonna take improvise, which is 3. So that means I have 3 left. Do I want sprint? I guess I'll take sprint and close call. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have room for 2 more. I'll take my focus. And do I want weak attack or short rest? I'm gonna take short rest just in case we freaking get into it here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew! I don't know that I'm doing the best strategy here, but we'll figure it out. Okay. That's the end of my planning phase. Reset time to 6. Return cards. Killer phase. He's going to move 3. I keep thinking he has extra movement speed, but he doesn't. That was the Mark 5. So he's going to move 3. So he's definitely going in the same space as the kid. 1, 2, 3. His attack is 5? The Savior's dead! Come on! That's not fair! Are you serious? Even if I reduce damage by 1, he's still dealing 4 damage, and the kid only has 3 health, so the Savior's dead. That means we lose. I didn't even get to repair the Mark 5. I didn't even get to pick up the components. This one's ruthless, man. Savior's dead. We lose. Man, I really needed to prioritize staying in the same space as the Savior. Like, I opted to go to the store and search when I should have made my way over here to get the Savior, pick up the components. Oh god, I'm so bummed out. I want to keep playing. That's so messed up. I have so many cards too that I could use, and I've got the shotgun and the jacket. Like, we could have had a battle, man. Man. Bummer. That was a lot of work for nothing. Alright. Definitely a couple things that I forgot to do. I don't know that it would have really changed the outcome. Man. That's so crazy. I mean, this guy has like a bazillion health anyway, so even with all my attacks and weapons, like, and he heals the beginning of every turn anyway, so like there's no chance. This killer, once you let the Mark X get to that point, this is like unstoppable. And I don't even have the Mark 5. So you really need to have your allies in place and to like deal with the Mark X before this shit gets to this point. It kind of sucks that he had both his minor dark powers already too, but the fact that those both ended up in my terror deck was not lucky. So I think we would have lost regardless. But it would have been really fun to be able to rebuild the Mark 5. Let's see, he would have had 3 health, which is not great anyway. So yeah, really stacked against us in this one. But I think it's fun. Like I said, this is my first time streaming this box. I've only played it. Technically, I've only played through it once. The first time I tried to play it, I was like, this is way too complicated. So I finally sat down with it last week and kind of like really focused on the rules. I did get to repair the Mark V, but we kind of got to the finale shortly thereafter, and Mark X kind of just killed everybody. So really, really difficult box, this one. That's why I say I would recommend it for more experienced Final Girl players, or, I mean, if you're very experienced with similar games. You know, I think it poses a little bit of a challenge in that way. So, yeah, let me know what you think. Hopefully I didn't screw this up too bad. I have plenty of other boxes that we can play with. So I will probably do a different one on another day. This is my collection so far. Hoping to add some more, but, yeah. Now, I get to spend like an hour cleaning this up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration of Final Girl. I will see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching.